Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of the Saginaw City Council. We will be led in prayer and pledge by Councilmember Balls.
Thank you. Everyone bow their heads, please. Lord, we come here today to ask you to look over this city council meeting and over all the employees of the city, especially the people that serve us and protect us. And Lord, please look over all the citizens in the city of Saginaw too, and help us and them to do what's good in your eyes. We all ask you in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Madam Clerk, we are ready for roll call.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Forbes.
Present.
Councilmember Bryant.
Present.
Councilmember Bench.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore.
Present.
Councilmember Scherzer.
Present.
Councilmember Millen.
Present.
Councilmember Balls.
Present.
Councilmember Ostash.
Present.
Mayor Clark.
Here.
We have 9 members present and 0 absent.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Because this is a public meeting, we ask that all members of the audience please remain quiet and refrain from speaking, interrupting, or otherwise disrupting the meeting. Also, I remind everyone to please silence all electronic devices. That goes for me too, so I have to do mine. All right, thank you. Madam Clerk?
Yes, I do have some announcements, Mayor. The city manager has removed the appointment of the STARS Board. I think that was item number 1. Also, City Hall will be closed November 28th and 29th for the Thanksgiving holiday. And the city's yard waste collection service will discontinue. It will be ended November 30th. Next order of business is public input.
Okay. I want to welcome those who have signed up to address council tonight. Hearing from the citizens we represent is very important to us. We ask that you speak slowly and clearly so we don't miss what you have to say. When called to the podium, let us know if you will be speaking solely for yourself or on behalf of a group. All speakers will have a 3-minute limit, which is timed by the clerk, so please be sure to cover your main points first. We ask that your presentation be courteous and respectful to the members of the public present, to the citizens watching SGTV, and to the council so we can give serious consideration to your concerns. All follow-ups will be referred to city staff. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Mayor, our speaker tonight was Mary McCulloch, and I do not see her in the audience. Mary, are you here?
Oh.
No?
Well, maybe not.
With that, that takes us to remarks of council.
All right. Today, we start with Councilwoman Bench, and want to remind everyone of a 3-minute limit. Councilwoman Bench?
Thank you. Good evening to everyone here and watching at home. Happy Thanksgiving next week, and that's all I have.
Oh, quick. Councilmember Bryant.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Just have very few remarks tonight. I just wanted to, I already contacted the family, but if anybody does know, the family and extended family of Charles Rogers, it'd be a good time to reach out to them and let them know. Just to express our condolences. Charles was somebody that I didn't get a chance to go to school with. He was a couple grades ahead of me. But he was a phenomenal athlete, probably one of the best athletes that we've had come from the city of Saginaw. To continue to go on to Michigan State University and then the Detroit Lions. It was just really sad to see that his story had ended already. Otherwise, looking forward to some of the events that we have coming up. I know that the crews have been out there diligently putting lights up, wreaths up, everything to do with the holiday season, so we're getting ready. And it was nice because I had some family in town. My mom, she will be celebrating on Wednesday, her 60th birthday, and we had a good amount of family in town from Florida, from all over the country, and they hadn't been back to Saginaw in many years, many of them over 20 years, and they're excited with the progress that we have going on here, some of the development along the Washington corridor they hadn't seen before. So we're more than just a headline, and more than some of the things that you see in the news. We're a community, and we're vibrant, we're coming back. Doing some great things. I also had a chance to see Mayor Pro Tem Moore's article in MML. It was a phenomenal article dealing with things to do with the recession, how we really haven't recovered from the last recession and what we can do to prepare ourselves. So just want to give you kudos on that. It was really good. Otherwise, we're just getting ready for holiday events. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilmember Forbes.
Thank you, Mayor.
I just want to remind everyone again that it's already time to start thinking about elections. I know I'm just going to keep doing this every meeting until we get there. We are recruiting poll workers for the March primary election. You can find the form to apply for these important positions at the clerk's office or on the city website. Let me also remind you that if a full day is too long, it is possible to only work half the day, which is a good option for folks that just can't quite put on that marathon day. So please consider applying. And I'd also like to wish my neighbors a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Councilmember Oshkosh.
Good evening, and yes, I'll reiterate that. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody next week. Excuse me. I'm just going to go down a list here, the holiday in the heart of the cities this week, and just some of the events that are going on, just a reminder out there for people that may not know yet. 5:45 p.m. at the water treatment plant is when they'll turn the lights on, and that's going to be Friday night. And then there's going to be horse-drawn carriages. There'll be a cookie competition, which I heard is quite the event and something to see. And I've seen some of the pictures. I was quite impressed with what they put together. But also then, too, there's going to be lots of concerts up and down Washington Avenue at the churches. And so if you're not doing anything Friday night, come on out, and then we'll have the parade on Saturday. And that'll be in downtown, and that is starting, I believe, at 11 a.m. And another thing, too, I meant to mention the last time at the last city council meeting, there was some kudos that go out to the city staff here, and congratulations to the city of Saginaw. There's been some articles out there, and you may have read them, about the U of M Dearborn iLabs eCities research recognized Saginaw for supporting business and the community, and this had to do for our fostering our entrepreneurial growth and economic development. So I just want to say congratulations to everybody that's been involved with that program. That was a nice recognition for our city, and this was the second time that we've gotten that in 3 years. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilmember Walls.
Thank you. I don't have a lot to say this evening myself, but I'm sorry that I didn't mention Mayor Browning is in the hospital. Had an operation going on right now, and there's everybody to keep him in our prayers, please. I didn't have a lot of things going on this week, but I must admit that I was thinking about the recession and the things that are going on in the city of Saginaw, because we do have some issues that's going on. Bad enough we had a strike that lasted for over a month, and I'm hearing that next year corporation may be laying some people off too, so we got to keep these people in our prayers and to help them out as much as possible. And I would like everybody in the city of Saginaw to hear my voice, to please be conscious of a lot of people that holidays bring on bad times for them. It's a depressing time for a lot of people because they think about their loved ones that's not here. A lot of people can't celebrate the holidays the way they like to. They can't afford to buy things for their children and stuff like that. So if anybody know of any charitable organizations that help out people, please let people know about those. I must admit to it, I did hear Yolanda Jones on the radio yesterday, letting all the citizens of the city of Saginaw know that we are open for business, and that the city of Saginaw and a couple other places have money that they can loan out to open up businesses in the city of Saginaw. So if you want to do business in the city of Saginaw, come and talk to Yolanda Jones or the people at SBRC and some the people that work at where Mr. Miller work at. They have money for loans. So let's get some businesses started here in Saginaw, maybe some manufacturing stuff that can give other people hope. Thanks for letting me share that.
Thank you. Councilmember Milne.
Thank you, Mayor Clark. I'm going to be brief in my comments also. Just want to reiterate what Councilman Ostash mentioned. Holidays in the heart of the city, Friday and Saturday. There is something for everybody. Take part, come out, you can watch, you can listen, you can sing along. If you're at the lighting ceremony at the water plant. So there is something to do in Saginaw this weekend, rain or shine. The Lee Mansion on Washington is in the midst of its GoFundMe campaign. The donations are being handled through the Saginaw Community Foundation, and you can contact them and simply specify that you want the donation you make to go to that project. If they raise $25,000, they are going to get a $25,000 grant from the state of Michigan. And so it's a way to double up your money. So I recommend everyone do that. We've had a number of council people have already put their donations in, so it's a good project. And really, that's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Councilmember Scherzer.
Thank you. I just want to remind city departments, there's still time for you to get into the door decorating contest for Christmas with the green team, so please, I hope to see everyone. I am judging again this year. I can't wait to visit your department and see what creativity you put together for the contest. A reminder to citizens, the citywide neighborhood meeting is this Thursday at CAC on Perkins, starting at 5 o'clock. The breakout sessions start then, so we hope to see you there. And then lastly, I just want to send my congratulations and thanks to the Women of Colors. They had a coat giveaway this past weekend at SVRC on Tuscola, and they gave away over 500 children's coats this past weekend. So we have 500 children in our community that are going to be a little bit warmer this winter. So thank you, and we truly appreciate everything that you've done for the citizens in the city. So that's all I have.
All right,
And
thank you.
happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Sorry.
No problem, thank you. It was a good thing to add. I do want to compliment the city staff who are now republishing again the City of Saginaw Employee News. What's that?
Is it Brenda's turn?
Oh, did I? My apologies, Mayor Pro Tem. I started after you today. Please,
I was gonna
please.
let him finish.
No, that's,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
let him finish.
Thank you,
Mayor,
Janet. Thank you. Okay, no.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. The last couple of weeks have been pretty busy in and out of Saginaw. I had the opportunity to go to Heart of the City. It was a fabulous event. It was well attended. We missed some people, but you know, the show must go on. You continue to do what you have to do. On last Wednesday, I had the opportunity to celebrate with the veterans in the Bridgeport area. They celebrated Veterans Day, and we gave out 16 plaques. Thanks to Rachel and Vicky for getting them together for me, and they were truly impressed. Council members, I'm offering you a challenge. I will not be here this year for the lighting of the lights, nor will I be here for the parade. On Friday night, I need your support, like we did at Friday Night Live. I need you to come and man the table and meet and greet the citizens as they come in and out of Anderson Center. So if you can do that, if you can give us 30 minutes of your time, I won't be here, but I'll be here in spirit. First time in 6 years. As soon as this meeting is over, I'll be catching the flight to San Antonio, and I won't be back until the beginning of next week. Being the president, a lot of challenges, but it's also fun. So, council members, I know that you're gonna do a great job this weekend. I got a lot of faith in you. And if you can attend that booth, remember, it's all about the people. If I can get you to attend the booth, I sure would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now you can talk.
Thank you. Yes, as leader of the MML, it's certainly, we know you're up to the challenge, so keep doing it. Thank you now. I'll try and finish mine properly. Mentioning the City of Saginaw employee newsletter. It was very nice. We got it in email and liked it, and it's good to see. So thank you to the staff members who published that. It's good to have it back. I did get a chance to attend the Power of a Promise event featuring Magic Johnson. It was a fundraiser for Saginaw Promise. He has done a lot in the last, I think he raised $30,000 in the first year or so that he was here, and he's continuing to help raise substantial money. There was actually a $20,000 donation that evening.
Yeah.
So his presence has been extremely important for our scholarship program. The Youth Appreciation Day was Saturday, and it was sponsored by the Optimist Club of Saginaw, and there were 47 students from all the high schools and middle schools in the county that were honored for their achievements, and that was really quite a significant event. And there was a young man by the name of Monty Brown, who was the speaker. I had not known him, but was a professional NBA player, a football player and a professional wrestler, and lives here in Saginaw, and he gave a very inspirational speech to those students. It was really, really good to hear. Next, we've received the invitation now for the City of Saginaw, State of the City address, as well as State of the County address, which will be, unless something changes, it'll be February 6th, 2020, at 7:30 a.m. during the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce Percolated Breakfast at the Dow Event Center Red Room. So any of those interested in attending, you can put it on your calendar. Finally, I did receive an anonymous letter a week or so ago with a list of a bunch of addresses where they were pointing out problems with trash, litter, and similar deficiencies in our city, and asking us to take care of them. I wish it hadn't been anonymous, because I'd like to thank the person on behalf of the city, because we don't always catch or know where all these problems are. So by giving us addresses, they can be our eyes and ears for dealing with some of these issues as well. And I believe most of those, if not all of them, have already been addressed. Mr. Manager, I know you were saying they would be taken care of. Please, if anyone else wants to give us that kind of input, we welcome it. Whether to myself, Scenic, the manager, do get us that information. It helps us tremendously to keep your city clean. And that's all I have. Madam Clerk?
Good. Our next order of business is reports from the manager.
Mr. Manager?
Thank you, and the mayor mentioned the employee newsletter. I did assign that to Vicki, and I think they did a really good job. That'll be a quarterly newsletter, and something else to look out for. I believe they were all in the newsletter, but Vicki and Rachel and some of the other staff members have been working on employee spotlight items. I think they send them out on our Facebook as well. So we wanted to try to introduce the public and council to some employees that maybe you don't see as often. So if you get a chance to take a look at those as well, those are really good. Mayor also mentioned the letter regarding the cleanup issues. And as he said, with anything, if council members receive it, or if the public has issues with trash or nuisance or anything, we just need to have it reported. It can come to Scenic, as he said, or the manager's office. But if we don't know about it, we can't do anything about it. You know, we have fewer staff members, and we don't have patrols that go around and look for issues. Mostly we're in a response mode, so we need to have the specific information to respond to. We appreciate the letter, but I believe the letter also said it's been a year or more with some of them. So if that would have been reported to us immediately, we would have addressed it immediately. I believe Scenic had people out there the same day that we got the letter. Councilmember Scherzer mentioned the citywide meeting. It is this Thursday at CAC, and the guest speaker will be Dr. Elsa Olvera and Dr. Russ Curley, discussing the topic of deep community, which highlights some of Delta College's initiatives. I know the chief mentioned it is open to everybody, so if you have people you want to bring to that or encourage your neighbors to go to that, please invite them to attend. You should have a copy of the mailer that the city's consultants put together for the lead and copper replacement program. Phil Carwatt and Paul Reich and other staff members in maintenance and service and the water department have been addressing media questions about that project. So if you receive anything that you don't know the answer, please refer that to us, and we'll get response to the correct people. I know Paul has been contacting people directly, that the citizens that have questions as well. So if there's something you can't answer, please let us know, and we'll get with those citizens as well. And then finally, I wanted to give a very brief update on, we know we have been looking at issues in the cemetery for some time, and probably when we have the mid-year adjustments, we may be looking at potential employees there, or at least an employee or some changes there that we'll bring to council. But we have some other issues there as well with some of the buildings, and at this time we're looking at costs related to some of the storage buildings, And also, we know, I believe we have 70 or 80 trees that are issues at the cemetery, so we do have quotes on that. We want to address those probably as soon as we can. So I know some time ago, we did present some capital projects at the cemetery that were chapels and fencing. We still are planning to do those in the long term, but we want to develop a kind of a 5-year capital plan there, but some of these immediate issues we'll probably be bringing to you within the next few months, especially if they're related to potential safety issues with falling trees or branches. And we want to make sure we have the right buildings there to protect the equipment. We have invested in some equipment, that we brought to you, so we want to make sure we have buildings to make sure that equipment stays in good working order. So we will be bringing you those, and we have not forgotten about some of those other chapel projects as well. I think we're going to get updated quotes on that. If any of you have been working with any construction in the past year or so, those costs have gone up quite a bit because there's a lot of work out there, so some of the labor costs are higher and some of the materials costs are higher. So Phil and his staff are looking at those projects, but we'll be bringing you those within the next 3 months, I think. We'll have some projects that we'll want to do with some immediacy. And with that, that concludes the management update.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Madam Clerk?
Your next item is the consent agenda.
The consent agenda has been available at City Hall, on the city website, and on SGTV Channel 191. Are there any council member exceptions to be noted by the clerk? Any exceptions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Madam Clerk?
We are now at boards, commission.
Okay. Are there any reports of city boards and commissions to be brought to the council today? Any reports? Anybody? Anybody? We do have a STARS board meeting coming up. I can mention that next Monday at noon. But other than that, I don't have anything. Nobody? All right. Next, Madam Clerk.
We are at appointment of board and commission members.
And we have the one removed, but there are 6 others. Are there any exceptions to be noted by the clerk to those 6? Any exceptions? Hearing none, is there a motion on those 6?
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. All right, Madam Clerk.
Next is resolutions. Our first one is authorizing ballot language for the March 10th, 2020 election for a public safety special assessment district renewal.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Support.
Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Madam Clerk?
Our second resolution is objecting to the transfer of tax reverted properties from Saginaw County.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Support.
There's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. It's carried. Madam Clerk?
Our next resolution is adopting complete streets principles and practices.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
And our final resolution tonight is authorizing ballot language for STARS millage proposal.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Support. It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I'd like to abstain.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's right. We should have reminded that. Very good. All
Thank
right, so we have the one
Yea or
abstention.
yea or nay? Okay. Whoops. Make a note here.
Thank you, council member.
Thank you. Councilmember Scherzer.
Yes.
Councilmember Millen.
Yes.
Councilmember Balls.
Yes.
Councilmember Allstash.
Yes.
Councilmember Forbes.
Abstain, please.
Councilmember Bryant.
Yes.
Councilmember Bench.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore.
Yes.
And Floyd, Mayor Clark,
Yes.
excuse me.
That's fine.
We have 8 yes and 1 abstention.
Okay.
Our next order of business, Mayor, is miscellaneous business.
For those who may not know, there was an abstention because Councilmember Forbes works for Stars. Okay. Is there any other business to be brought before the council? Any other business?
Record meeting.
Well, I'm just checking for everybody, all the way down to each end, making sure. You have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to bring something up that I kind of forgot to bring up under council input. I just want to remind everybody in the city that there's a really great event that takes place every year at the Savoy Restaurant. So that'll be taking place next Wednesday, which is the 27th, and this is their free turkey dinner. Everybody is welcome, stop by, you'll see yours truly there, volunteering every year, serving, and that'll be taking place from 11 till 3.
All right. Any other unfinished business? Anybody? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Support. Moved and supported. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. We are adjourned.